Hello students, this is J Science Up. Today we are going to study about cell organelles. You already know that all living organisms are made up of cells, which are the tiniest unit. And we consider cells are the basic structure as well as functional unit of any organism. There are two different types of cells. We already studied about that in previous video. They are prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Today we are going to study about the cell organelles which can be present in eukaryotic cell. Okay, what are cells organelles? We already know the cells are the tiniest units, right? But do you know that cells are made up of even smaller objects? Each of these objects is called the cell organelles. Cell organelles are small organ-like structure present inside the cell. It has a particular structural makeup and performs a specific function. So let's start to study about the cell organelles which present in eukaryotic cell. When we are studying about cell organelle, we commonly use the term typical plant cell and typical animal cells. Actually, these typical cells are not present. For our convenience and to make the study easy, we imaginary make these cells. Typical plant cells means it contain all the cell organelles which can be present in plant cell. Like that, typical animal cells mean it contain all the cell organelles which can be present in animal cells. When we observe any cells, there are three main important components present. They are cell membrane, cytoplasm, and DNA. Cell membrane is present in both plant and animal cell. They are selectively permeable, which means it allows the material in and out of the cell according to the requirement of the cell. They are made up of phospholipids. They enclose the content of the cells and provide the shape to the animal cells, and they allow the transport by diffusion and osmosis. Cell wall is present only in plant cell. They are hard and rigid, fully permeable. They are made up of cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectin. They protect the plant cell as well as they give the shape to the plant cell. Cytoplasm. It contains more than 80 to 90% of water, and many organic and inorganic compounds are present in cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance in which the cell organelles are present. Cytoplasm contains enzymes responsible for all the metabolic activities take place inside the cell. We consider the cells are the functional unit, right? So there should be a unit to control the activities of cells. So nucleus can be considered as a director or the brain of the cell. It is covered by a double membranous nuclear membrane in eukaryotic cell. It contains DNA, RNA, protein, nucleus, and chromatin network. It controls all the activity of the cell. Start the cell division. It has chromosomes or DNA which controls the heredity characters. Heredity is responsible for passing down the characters from one generation to another. Now we study about the controlling unit, right? So there should be a separate unit to supply the energy which is needed to perform all the activities of cell. Mitochondria is considered as a powerhouse of the cell. It's a double membranous structure. It performs the cellular respiration and produces the energy in the forms of ATP. Vacuoles are present in both plants and animals. But when compared to the vacuoles present in animal cells, in plants it's more centralized and bigger in size. It's surrounded by chloroplasts and filled with cell sap. Inside the nucleus, we already know nucleus is present. Ribosome is produced inside the nucleus. Ribosomes consist of two subunits and it's responsible for protein synthesis. Endoplasmic reticulum can be divided into two types according to the presence of ribosome. If ribosomes are present, we consider as a rough endoplasmic reticulum. If ribosomes are absent, we consider it as a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulums are engaged in the transportation of materials from one cell to another, provides the surface for the synthesis of material, protein in area and lipids in SCR. Also, it helps in the formation of lysosome, Golgi bodies and vacuoles. ER is responsible for the detoxification of harmful substances in the liver. Golgi bodies. We can consider them as a shipping department of the cell. It contains sac-like cisternae and vesicles. Golgi bodies are originated from rough endoplasmic reticulum. They receive the proteins from rough endoplasmic reticulum and they modify them. They package them and transport the materials. They are responsible for the synthesis of lysosome and plasma membrane. Lysosome is a cell organelle which commonly presents in animal cells. We can consider them as a garbage collector. It contains many digestive enzymes. So waste materials are taken inside the lysosome and self-digested by the enzymes present in them. Chloroplast is a special organelle which presents only in plant cells. It is responsible for photosynthesis. Inside the chloroplast, there is a green color pigment called chlorophyll is present. Chlorophyll has a tendency to absorb the solar energy, which is essential for the photosynthesis. Hope you all understand about the cell organelles present in eukaryotic cell. Like the video, share the video, and subscribe to J Science Hub for more videos related to science.